I am really excited to help you work on your Franks list today. Every new consultant will do much better when they start their business by brainstorming who are you going to reach out to help you launch your new business and to have a very strong start. So if you have not already printed this paper, pause this video and print out your Franks list. Get a pen, have an open mind, and be ready to write down every name that you can think of, regardless if you think they would like Pampered Chef, regardless if you think they'd want to do a party, because sometimes writing down one name will trigger another name later. Are you ready? Let's go. Grab your pen or pencil and look under F. And the first name I want you to write is your best friend's name. Next, write the name of the friend that you most recently met. Who's a new acquaintance or a new friend that you've made? Next, write the name of a friend that you've had the longest, from your childhood or college days or whatever. Next, write the name of your friend who last invited you to a home party. Could have been in person or it could have been online. Any home party. Write the name of your friend who always hosts the community event get-togethers, who would have the Super Bowl party or a swim party or a book club. Who's the most social? Write down the name of your friend who has the most kids. Write down the name of your friend who loves to talk about food, post pictures of food, goes out to eat all the time. They're a foodie. Write the name of your friend who doesn't have any kids. Hopefully you've written down at least 5 names, and you can come back and add more later if you want, but let's move down your sheet to R. R stands for relatives. So now I want you to write the name of your favorite relative. And if you have more than one favorite, write more than one name. Write down the name of the relative who last hosted a holiday. Write down the name of the relative who lives the farthest from you, but still in the United States. Write down the name of a relative who is always on Facebook, always telling stories or talking it up. Hopefully you've gotten at least 5 names. Don't forget in the relative section to include your aunts, uncles, cousins, nephews, niece, those sort of names. This category could be really big depending on the size of your family. And remember, you don't have to like all your relatives to write their name down. All right, moving along, A. A stands for acquaintances. This often is people you know from Facebook or they're in your phone, but they're not your bestie. But think about coworkers, either current coworkers or past coworkers. Who would you go to lunch with? Who was your office or your cubicle near? Write down the name of who you would gossip with at the water cooler. Write down the name of an acquaintance that you know, maybe from a community group. You know their name, but again, you're not best friends with them. Write down the name of your doctor, your dentist, your hairstylist, your nail tech. Those are acquaintances, people that you know by name. And again, your goal is at least 5 or more names. Let's move down to N. N is neighbors. Some of us know our neighbors well and some of us don't. But just be thinking, who do you know in your current neighbor? Who lives on the right side of you? Even if you don't know their name, you could describe them. Lady with the big dog or man in the blue car. Who lives on the left side of you? Who lives across the street from you? Who lives in your old neighborhood before this neighborhood? Did you have more friends in that neighborhood? Write down the name of any old neighbors. What about a neighbor that you knew from childhood that you're still in touch with or recently connected with? People that you know that you used to live nearby. Now think of neighborhood community. Who do you know at the grocery store? Or could you get to know? The post office, the local neighborhood real estate office, or the neighborhood fire station, the neighborhood daycare. These are all places that you can go and promote your business. Think neighborly, farmer's market. Okay, move down K. K stands for kids or pets or both. depending if you have any. And if you don't have any of these, you're going to top load the other letters. But let's go through it in case you do. Kids. Who is your kids' teachers? Who are your kids' Sunday school teachers or youth leaders? Who are your kids' soccer coaches or any sports? Dance instructor? Who are your kids' doctors? Dentist? What about your kids' best friend? Who are their moms or their dads? Who do you know from your pets if you have pets? Who's your dog's groomer? Who's your dog's vet? And any pet, I say dog, but pet, dog, cat, whatever. Who might you know from a rescue group? All right, let's move down to S. S stands for spouse and or siblings, depending on if you have one or both. Spouse, so think, who is your spouse's coworkers? Who is your spouse's best friend? Who's your spouse's college friends? How about your spouse's family? Did you remember them in the relatives section? Their mom, dad, cousins, aunts, uncles. There could be a lot of names there too. Who are your spouse's old neighborhood friends? Now, how about siblings? If you have any siblings, who are your siblings' relatives? Who do you know that your siblings' best friends? All of those are possibilities. So my goal for you is you've filled out your Frank's list and you have at least 5 in each category, hopefully even more if you just had an open mind. 5 in each category, and there's 6 categories, at least 30 names, hopefully more, 40 or 50, but at least get started with 30. Grab a yellow highlighter, and I want you to pick one name from each of the different areas that you want to ask first to book a party. And I'm going to challenge you to do a party in each different section in your first month. Imagine when you start a party in 6 different circles, how fast this will spiral out and get your business going faster. Now, you can do 2 parties in each category, but what I don't want you to do is 6 parties all in this group and they all know each other. You're trying to get people who don't know each other to help you launch your business. So the other thing I want you to do is to think about these people that you've highlighted and who do they know. So if I was to look at my relatives section, my sister Jamie, I would now Frank's list Jamie, and I would say, who are Jamie's friends, relatives, acquaintance, neighbors, kid contact, spouse. You never know who you know as a second layer contact. So this is a really important activity, is to make your Frank's list, but then Frank's list, your Frank's list with key people that you can pull off. You have no idea the network that you can have. So what I want you to also do is put a heart next to anybody on your Frank's list that you would love to work with. Someone who has told you recently they need money. Someone who loves to cook. Someone you just think would be fun to work with. And we can talk about how you could ask them if they want to start Pampered Chef with you. So what I want you to do, after you have your Frank's list filled out, use your highlighter, text this a picture to your director or to myself so we know that you're ready to take the next step. And that will be how to ask for bookings, and we'll give you all the words to say. Have a great day. Thank you.